Alright, we have just beat Digital Devil Saga 2 and ultimately all of Digital Devil Saga. So they're showing the cutscenes from both games, they're not going to show all of them. Alright, impressions. Now, I remember when I started the first Digital Devil Saga, I treated it as if it was the Shadow Hearts Covenant. And in effect, they're pretty similar, especially with the whole Atmoform is similar to Yuri's Fusions. Not to mention the fact that the reliance on party, whereas in other Shin Megami Tensei games, if your main character dies, that's game over for you. In this case, the party needs to be wiped out before that can happen. And the skill requirement is pretty simplistic and can also be fully achieved if you have enough time and energy. But it's overall separate from main experience gaining, which is usually the theme in many games, especially many JRPGs. So you have the gaining of mantra or karma and atma separately. Okay, I was also told that the first Digital Devil Saga and the second are both obviously they're different for specific reasons. One of them is that the first Digital Devil Saga is supposed to set everything up. It's supposed to set up all the Atma, etc., the story, or to some degree. But overall, it's basically to set up the characters as we know and love them. As for Digital Devil Saga 2, it's all about the story. So that's exactly the reason why the first Digital Devil Saga had such a consistency of permanent party members, despite the fact that some party members like Heat occasionally leaves the party. But in this case, since the party members suffer story-involved deaths, that's usually how things get carried along. Also, I think this feels a little bit like a hybrid of two different Shin Megami Tensei games. The cold, sort of cruel world of, say, the original Shin Megami Tensei games, and I think Nocturne. The cold and otherwise horrible world that it's been already set. One with demons, the Black Sun, etc. And the sense of camaraderie, which is what you typically see in Persona, like Persona 3 and possibly Persona 4. I have yet to play that. So, it's kind of a hybrid of both. And it functions the best of both worlds. It feels like it's a spin-off of Nocturne. Some of the elements are actually quite similar. Okay. Now, you're probably going to ask, since I finished Digital Devil Saga 2, one of my main projects here, what's next? Well, I admit I have trouble keeping track of certain projects, and I get distracted easily. So what I'm going to try and do is Devil Summoner is almost complete. I'm in the last chapter. So I could start thinking about adding some more videos to that. But as for new material, I have some options. One of them is Okami, which is a Capcom game. It is actually it was developed by Clover Studio, and it's been ranked as one of the best games, and it has a huge fan base. I played it over the summer, and I've really enjoyed it, so I want to share it with everyone. The other is Dragon Quest VIII, which is distributed by Square Enix, but it's made by Level 5. And it was also ranked as one of the best JRPGs from the PS2 era. So I might handle that as well. But overall, since I've already made some Okami videos, I'm gonna see if I can get permission and upload them. So, another idea is possibly in the cards. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on Persona 4. obviously to continue the whole Shin Megami Tensei train as it has progressed. But we'll see what happens. That is a very, very nice ending. I like how this game ended. Okay, so now we have the New Game Plus option, and there is a few things you can get from this, but specifically one of them is an extra ring. Of course I want to do this. I don't want to hang around the sun forever. It's probably going to be boring. Alright, let's wrap this up here.